Collins here, the GenXGuy.com. Welcome to today's show. Today I want to go talk a little bit about populations drive trends. And I wanted you to kind of think about sort of the trends in the population. You know, I kind of gave you some numbers of the populations. 81, 41, 71, so million people. So, it's kind of interesting when you look at it from a business, from an economy, from a trends. It could be fashion, products, all that kind of stuff. Is we've always looked at in the marketing world, in the economy world, is we looked at sort of the trends that the baby boomers have had. And I've got an interesting article here from the Financial Post called Generation X Caught Behind Wall of Boomers. So in the article it talks about some characteristics of who the world thinks we are, but it really talks about these boomers, let's say the boomers, kind of going through and creating these trends and creating these things. So when you look at it from, pretend this is a garden hose, but so what happens here is you think of these population bases, this is the economy, this is a timeline, and you enter a basketball into a garden hose, and the size of the population is the size of the basketball. So when you look at the baby boom generations are well down their way through the garden hose, so it makes a big ball. We entered the garden hose, we're like half the size. And you know what we got here is we got Generation X, which is almost the size of the baby boom generation, just entering the garden hose now. They're at their young age, 18 to 30, they're just entering the workforce. So we've kind of got another big generation that's just about to enter this. So, when we look at we're caught behind the wall of the boomers, yes, it's true. Boomers have driven up housing prices. When they got into their prime years and bought houses, spent money on luxury things and stuff, the prices drive up because it's supply and demand. We kind of fall behind, and it's sort of that trickle down. We've been impacted that on many fronts, and we'll talk about that in other shows, get into that in a little bit more detail. But I think what we're missing here, and I think what this Financial Post article is missing, is the Generation Y coming through the garden hose. So we're not only caught behind the wall of the boomers, we've also got another one coming behind us. And the reason I bring this up, only because we're going to start to see marketing initiatives and activities in the marketplace that are going to take less focus off the boomers, and they're going to jump over here and they're going to build strategies around marketing to Generation Y. For example, the iPhone 5 just got launched, sold millions of them, and if you read into the statistics of who actually is buying that technology, it's these guys. Half of that generation is buying into the new technology. That demand is not being driven by Gen X or the boomers. The demand is being driven by Gen Y. So I think what you're going to find here over the next, I'm guessing 3 to 5 years, is you're going to see a big shift in the marketplace that's going to take the focus off the boomers and move it to Gen Y. Because what's happening here is the boomers are moving through, they're into their retirement years, their spending is going to change. We're impacted by following behind them, okay? But the thing is, we're a smaller generation. So what's going to happen here is they're going to focus on Gen Y as they now start to move through this timeline and work up into the better years. The economy's going to turn around, new opportunities are going to be created, but they're going to be spending money on things that the world is going to market to them. So my prediction, I think it's going to happen. I think it's, the positive side of it is I think there's tremendous opportunity for us Gen X people to create our own opportunities, both from our career and maybe an entrepreneurial opportunity to start marketing to this group and really to this group. So if we can see it, if you can see it in advance, you can react to it and you can create opportunity. So, I see it. It's pretty exciting. Wanted to just share that thought with you. Again, I'm Doug Collins, GenXGuy.com. Have a great day, be inspired, and make the best of it.